Hello soccer fans, this is Jose Bosch for FC Tucson.com and you're watching the Weekly Recap. This week we'll look at how a training session is drawn up and we'll meet a local business that helps FC Tucson look good off the field. But first I'd like to remind you that for all FC Tucson related news, you can visit our website at www.fctucson.com. You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FC Tucson and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FC_Tucson. Now there aren't many games scheduled this month for FC Tucson, but the team still takes the field twice a week for training sessions. So how did the coaches come up with a training session? Let's take a look.
Under pressure, because it's a 2v1 essentially. Don't tell them the pressure, just tell them to hold off. Okay, let's be smart about it. Okay, just try to apply what we're going to do in a game to this situation. Okay? Alright, so there's no time limit, first to 4 goals.
On a PDL team, this has been a very fascinating situation to plan for a season, whereas we have players coming in and out. We have sometimes small numbers, sometimes large numbers, because our full complement of players won't come till almost immediately before the game. So when we're looking at training session, we'll be looking at oftentimes the small groups of players that we know are going to be most impactful in the early parts of the season, or we're going to be addressing things we saw in some of our preseason games. Right now it's a lot of individualistic stuff, mainly because we can't look at team shape when large numbers of the team that are going to be playing major roles are not available.
So if you have a defensive-minded practice, you want to put the players in a situation where they're going to be directly responsible for an impending result, such as being scored on or a point being scored, whatever the situation may be. So in knowing that, I'll try to set them up in, I guess you could say, functional type drills that synthetically would reproduce that situation in a game. So a 2v2 exercise where the attackers are coming at them and trying to score a goal, we can single out and know immediately who didn't step to who didn't cover where, whatever the situation may be defensively, where the mistake is made, which player is culpable, and then we can go from there and build on that.
But overall, I have a great deal of trust in all the coaches here, and anything we do may be a tweak here, a tweak there. If there's something very specific, I'll write it out clearly for them, and then they can take something they like and add to that. So we're all very open about how we do it, but ultimately it's Rick's vision for how we want to play. I help Rick use his staff to find that vision. And
it is fun because I feel, each individual coach, has something that they, I guess, would stress more. A coach that grew up, I guess you could say, playing a very physical game, he's going to want to interject that physicality into training sessions. A technical coach or a more tactical-minded coach might interject more of his tactical side into the training session. So sometimes it's a little, I guess you could say, nervous for me because, John and Rick have given me a lot of responsibility in these early stages of preparation in terms of, doing practice sessions, doing functional training, doing stuff like that. So, if I'm talking to them on the phone before training and they say we want a 2v2 exercise that's very dynamic and works mainly on the defenders, I have to kind of think what would they want to see. I kind of almost have to try to read their mind in terms of who they are as a coach, put aside what I am as a coach, and try to see what I can do to build that into there. So, but I'm grateful because not too many head coaches and technical directors give their assistants, a lot of, I guess, responsibility on the training end, and it helps me, develop as a coach, and so I'm grateful that they let me do it.
Okay, you have 3 touches to get your point. The way you get your point is whoever receives it, you get 2 touches off the initial ball in. Okay, so if it comes to Paul, he takes it off his chest. Okay, then he passes it on his second.
Wow, just watching those players run made me tired. Now while FC Tucson works hard to look good on the field, one local company is helping the team look good off the field with professional signage such as this right here. Let's take a look.
Alpha Graphics, it's a franchise, and I'm part owner of 3 locations, one in Tucson and Nogales, and also recently Sierra Vista. And we're a printing, design, copying, marketing company. I'm passionate about soccer, and I love soccer, and thought this would be a great opportunity to connect with a sport that I love and help a club kind of get started and do what I can to support it. Receptions are in a lot of ways reality, and this is the first year where FC Tucson really took off in bringing some teams here, and if we want to have more teams coming, I think they have to have a great experience. And that starts right with image, and from the time that you start going after the teams and how FC Tucson presents itself to the time of the fans being in the stadiums and the training facilities, that image is really important, and I think it has to be welcoming, it has to be professional, and I think, hopefully you got to play a little bit of a part in presenting FC Tucson as a great organization, professional organization, and welcoming to the MLS teams.
It's always just on any of our printing stuff that we do, it's always nice to see it out in the city, out, just on display and everything. So, you see a small portion of it here in the shop, but when it's actually out, it's pretty neat just to kind of see it out there and see how things are displayed and how people actually use our materials.
Again, I love soccer, so just doing anything and being around soccer is just a blast and a fun time for me. So for a period of time, work going on, a lot of stuff going on, it was, I have to say that I really enjoyed what I did and what I do, because it allowed me into a soccer arena that I hadn't been in before, and just to be around some of the MLS teams, training facilities, and was just a lot of fun.
Well, as you can see, a perfect cross or a well-timed run isn't the only thing that can make FC Tucson look good. Thanks for watching another edition of the Weekly Recap. Next week's edition is going to come a little bit later, so you can see highlights of our second Saturday event next Saturday, April 14th. For more details and for anything FC Tucson related, go to our website at www.fctucson.com. You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FC Tucson, or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FC_Tucson. So until next time, so long, Tucson.